This is a weekly recap of the trades I took this week that I posted out in the Discord. Just gonna be going over what I saw during the trade, why I took it, blah blah blah, right? So first trade we took was on Sunday, a little bit after market open. So basically what I saw here was we had this candle on the 3-minute. This is, I would call this pretty much a doji candle just because it doesn't really lean either way. But what it did tell me was that sellers weren't strong enough to push the price lower than what it was already, and we were in a supply zone. Now these supply zones I drew out from last week. You can see every time that we dip into the supply zone, buyers do buy it back up eventually. So that was my confluence. There was also orders on bookmaps, so I'm looking at order flow here. I took it from 1595 to 5102. Actually no, 5101. I was looking to get profit took at 5102, but this 15-minute close was sell side, so I just took the profit. So this is the trade right here. Let me line it up. So we caught an easy 7 points, I'm pretty sure, on ES with two cons. Supply zone, order flow, key level, 1595 to 5101. We have 5100 is a psych level. It works out sometimes, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of a psychological level that you have to kind of be aware of and watch within the market. So that is trade number 1 for the week. Supply zone, order flow, key level. Very easy, right? The second play I took was this ES short. Holy, I can't talk. So let's talk about what I saw. So we had a bear flag here, I believe, on the 3-minute or on the 5-minute. We had a bit of a flag forming here. We can extend this actually. We had a bear flag here on the 5-minute. So that was my first confluence. It's just basically a price action pattern. It's really simple to spot out. Just think of what a flag looks like. Like that's pretty much the easiest way I could kind of explain it. My entry was kind of towards the top of the channel, which is how you want to play these. You want to grab your position at the top of the channel and either write it to the bottom of the channel, or if your play is invalidated, your stop loss would be a candle close above the channel, right? So I took it from 5080 to the supply zone that I had drawn out. So we caught an easy, 6-5 points depending on your fill. I was also looking at this 5080 key level, which is a good entry point right there. 5080, you could have entered off of that. You could have entered at the top of the channel. Either or where it worked out, you know what I'm saying? Took it down to the supply zone, easy. You can see we dipped into the supply zone and we actually came back up, retested this 5080 level. So you could have re-added shorts and rode it all the way down to the next one because we broke out of this supply zone here. Let's see. Pretty sure my next play was on NQ. To 27. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so let's talk about this trade. We went long on NQ off of 17,946. This is one of my key levels, one of the strongest levels that I had drawn out this week. You can see it played out really well the more we kind of zoom out. This level was being respected a lot, and essentially what I was looking for here was the the retest of the level after we leave the supply zone. The supply zone I had drawn out from this previous week over here. This was a higher time frame supply zone, so it was going to be more respected versus your lower time frame supply zones that are kind of more intraday. There was also a bull flag. Right here. Tiny little bull flag on the 5 minute, just something that I was kind of looking at. You could also argue this is a flag over here if you just drag it. I'm pretty sure this is what I was looking at. So you can see we broke out of the bull flag. It was not invalidated, but it didn't work out right away. Excuse me. We retested that 1946 level, and that is when I got into this position. So again, we broke out of the supply zone down here. We had a bull flag forming. And then 3, we had this key level, this 17,946 level, which was my entry. My stop loss would have been probably the supply zone. So again, not the tightest stop, but I was pretty confident in the trade, and that's why I took it. All of my setups are going to be really explanatory because it's the same thing that I'm looking for over and over and over and over again. Supply and demand, key level, order flow, volume and price analysis. Pretty simple, right? Let's see. Next trade I took 17,909. Okay, so this was a bit of a shorter trade for me personally. Really what I was going for was just a test of the supply zone. And actually re-added these longs, and you'll see that in a second, but I'm pretty sure I saw some orders stacked up at 17,909, and that's why I got into the trade primarily. And then we also had the supply zone that, you know, I've had drawn out that worked here, worked out here, and it was respected here again. Essentially, I'm looking for the same setup every single time. Supply and demand, order flow, key level. This time it was only 2 of those. Took a supply zone trade along with order flow, and I rode that all the way to 20 at the end of the supply zone. You can see we didn't close above it initially, so pretty much a perfect trade as far as our take profit goes. We then later came up down to this other level that I have drawn out, this 898 level. And essentially what happened, what I was looking at, was the fact that we couldn't close below this level. So sellers weren't strong enough to push the price lower from this 89.8 level on NQ. So I was already looking to kind of go long, and I re-longed 17,909 again, and you can see that the trade actually worked out better this time because we left the supply zone and we caught pretty much, I would say, 40 points to this next level, the 946 level that I was talking about earlier. Let's see. Okay. Where was my entry here? Okay, 1595 was my entry here. Let's see, what time did I take it at? 10:05. Okay, boom. So right here, this is my trade. So essentially what I saw during this was this supply zone being invalidated. Initially, we couldn't close above it first time we tested it. So on the retest of the supply zone is when I added shorts. I was really looking for a quick scalp. I wasn't looking to necessarily go short for a long time, and it worked out perfectly. As you can see, we caught a really nice 5 points this trade, honestly, I was iffy on calling it out because it's not really my setup, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we had the supply zone. Yeah, we had a key level, but it wasn't an optimal trade, I'm being honest. So as soon as we had a really strong pop down, I sold my position and I called it out. So I sold into strength, which is something you guys should be doing. As an example, if you were to grab shorts up here at this 5111 level, and we have this really strong candle, that is what you call selling into strength. A really strong candle that pushes the price down or up. I would say around 80% of the time when we have a strong candle like that, really big volume, the trend reverses, and that's exactly what happened here. So sold into strength, quick 5 points, not an optimal trade to be honest with you. That's all I took for ES that week. And then NQ today, I called this out. And I want to talk about this one. It's really, it goes against my plan, I'm gonna be honest. But we had a really big trend day today. We had one of those days where we're making all-time highs continuously, and I want to talk about how you kind of play these type of days. So on days like this, the trend is really strong. Okay, you can't be looking to short the market. You pretty much have to buy the dip, which is what I did in this scenario. Really easy. We dipped down a little bit on this 5-minute candle. I entered at 80, which is a psych level. So for times like this, every 10 or 20 points on NQ, I use as a psych level. Or there was orders there, I can't remember. But back to what I was saying, to play these trend days, these all-time high days, you have to buy the dip. You buy the dip, you scalp the market, get your 10, 20%, your 10 points, your 5 points, and get out. You can't be looking to short the market, but you'll know when the top is in eventually. Like over here, you can see we created that V shape that NQ does, and then buyers didn't buy it back up. I didn't short this. I didn't do anything here. I was just looking. But yeah, there's really not much to talk about this trade, honestly, except the fact that just buy the dip. Just buy the dip on trend days, ride it, get your profit, get out. Really not much I could have talked about, to be honest, bro. This week was really low volume. It was a boring day. I mean, a boring week, to be honest. Only took 6 trades. Yeah, that's really it, bro. So I'll see y'all next week, and peace out.